The 29th Balikatan exercises is on, and the Philippines and the United States will conduct training exercises for the next 2 weeks in different areas of the country. Close to 8,000 troops will be involved. Military assets from both countries will be deployed in support of the joint training exercises. Joining us tonight is Major Emmanuel Garcia of the Philippine Army, the spokesman for the Balikatan. Good evening, Major.
Good evening, Robert, and good evening to our televiewers.
So what do we expect from the trainings that will be done during this Balikatan exercises in the next 2 weeks?
I didn't quite hear you.
Major? So,
I didn't quite hear you.
So what do we expect in the next 2 weeks? What kinds of exercises are we going to get from our American counterparts?
Well, the Balikatan 2013 is divided into 3 main events. First is the community health engagement projects and the infrastructure projects that are being done by our engineers together with the American engineers. Second is the humanitarian assistance and disaster response, which is now focused on 2 things. First, on typhoon, and second, on maritime disaster. And third, the traditional one, which is the traditional military-to-military combat maneuvers.
So what kind of assets are the Americans deploying during this exercise?
Well, our counterparts will be deploying some support vessels and support aircrafts for the humanitarian and disaster response. And they will be also deploying some combat aircraft like the F-18.
Where will the exercises be held, and are they combat in nature to determine the fighting capabilities of both countries?
The Balikatan will be held in Central Luzon. The humanitarian civic assistance projects and community health engagement efforts will be in Zambales, and the HATR typhoon focus and maritime disaster focus command post exercise will be in Camp Aguinaldo, while the military combat maneuvers will be in Fort Magsaysay in Nueva Ecija, some in Camp O'Donnell in Crow Valley Range, and some in Clark Air Base in Pampanga.
So will simulated fighting be part of the exercises, and will live ammo be used during these times?
Of course, simulated fighting will be used on the military. We would like to emphasize to our people that this is an HADR-focused joint exercises to test the capability of our troops, both our troops and the United States troops, on disaster, so that we could respond quickly, promptly, and appropriately in terms of disaster, and not only on military matters.
So what kinds of benefits does our armed forces get during these exercises we have?
The Balikatan is mutually beneficial to the United Philippines in a sense that we get to have subject matter expert exchanges, and that we get to upgrade our joint skills, tactics, techniques, and procedures, both militarily and non-military subject matters.
So as you mentioned, the exercises will also involve relief operations, community work. What kinds of projects will be implemented?
In Zambales, we have been doing Smart 10, which is part of the Balitaan. Some infrastructure projects like school buildings, roads, health, water tanks, and foot bridges, which are done in Zambales. And I think the first project will be finished by Sunday, and the last project will be finished by April 17. Also, community health engagement efforts like medical mission, dental mission, and veterinary civic action program in all the places where we are conducting infrastructure projects.
So is the Balikatan just between the Philippines and the United States, or are there other countries involved during the exercises?
Well, the 3 main components of Balikatan, the community health engagement, and then the HADR and the military-to-military maneuvers. There is a portion of the HADR maritime disaster command post exercise that will be participated in by other countries other than the United States. These include Australia, New Zealand, Brunei, Thailand, South Korea, and will be participating in the level maritime disaster exchange of ideas, and this is only a tabletop exercise, only academics. But on the military maneuver engagement. Only the United States and the Philippine troops are engaged. No other countries are involved.
And sir, finally, some sectors may ask about the timing of the Balikatan exercises. Given the rising tensions in the Korean Peninsula, there's concern that these exercises are hostile to North Korea. What is your take on this, sir?
Well, the Balitaan exercise has been planned long before the Korean tension took place. And I think before this issue took center stage, we already had planned and ironed out the Balikatan. This is the 29th time that we are doing Balikatan, and it has no relation whatsoever on the tension that is now happening on the Korean Peninsula. We would like to make it clear to our people that Balikatan is not intended towards or against any country, and it is not to the situation that is now going on in the Korean Peninsula.
Okay, on that note, thank you very much for joining us tonight on NewsLife. That was Major Emmanuel Garcia, the AFP spokesman for the Balikatan exercises.
Thank you very much.